In this vlog, see how to do a crochet slip stitch, my amazing news and how I'm going to get back on track, when I'm going to finally reveal the Scottish West Coast summer dress. I have a question. Pleats around the neckline or no? And also, my plans for the YouTube monetisation journey. Is it just me, or is it really challenging to find a simple crochet slip stitch video on YouTube? Anyway, first of all, this is what it looks like. It's used to create edges on things. This is the crochet summer dress that I've been speaking about in other vlogs. Here's what the slip stitch looks like. See how it lies on the edge there. For comparison, that's what it looks like without it. It just gives it a nicer finish. So anyway, let's get round to doing the slip stitch. It is really simple. You put it in that bit there, okay, yarn over, pull it through the work and pull it through the loop on your hook, okay, and so the next wee, I don't know what you call that, a loop I suppose, through the new loop and through the original loop on your hook. That one was a bit loose, I think. Could have tightened that one. Never mind. So I'm going to carry this over right along the full. Oops, should have pulled that right through, shouldn't I? Multitasking, not my strong point. Less chat, more work. Anyway, there we are. I'm going to carry this right along the seam on the bottom of the dress. I'll do it on the ends of each sleeve and I'll do it along the neckline. But here's, I keep going to do that, it's force of habit. Here we are, and through. You can see it doesn't take very long to do. It's a very simple stitch, but it does make the edges of things just look that bit better and finished. Beginning to look a bit better finished on the edge. Break. I'm still drinking that Exhale coffee. I'm really liking it actually. It's got a really creamy, smooth taste, so I'm really enjoying doesn't give you the jitters. I haven't had the jitters yet with it, which is brilliant, but it's quite addictive, this, isn't it? You intend on stopping and then you don't stop. Right, quick coffee break and then we'll carry on. My exhale coffee, much enjoying it. Do you like my wee pyramids? I love that pyramid. It's amazing how the light catches it. What I will say is we've had some amazing news. I can now finally relax after 2 years of fighting and focus on my health for a change. I'm so glad about that and focus on things that I need to focus on for my health. I'm still deciding what that should be. A bit of swimming would be lovely, especially when we're watching the Olympics and we see all the swimming. It's very inspiring, isn't it? I used to really enjoy the swimming in sauna. It's very good for you. Sauna I used was infrared, which has many health benefits. Infrared light. It's really good for my skin as well. So it's really good if you've got psoriasis or eczema. It's really good for that. I've always had psoriasis. It has many health benefits, even with the nervous system and function. We'll go back to the crochet in just a second once I've finished my coffee. Scottish West Coast summer dress. Yes, it looks a bit of a mess just now, admittedly. But you'll see it in full on Sunday's vlog when I'll completely have finished it. You'll be able to see it, the full regalia. I'll put the boots and the leather on, shall I? Just to give you an idea, we still have one tribunal to go. That's in September, but at least for now I can relax to some extent because I know my rent's going to be paid and things will just begin to get a little bit easier. Thank goodness. Finally, at last. As I say, I can't tell you how stressful it's been the last 2 years. It's been an absolute nightmare. But light at the end of the tunnel, so that's good, isn't it? Coffee, sip of coffee. Have any of you used amla oil on your hair? I bought it a while ago, but I didn't use it religiously, so I'm going to try it and see how I got on. What was I even talking about? Well, anyway, on the subject of relaxing, one thing that I would really like to do is get a new sofa, because this one, not only is it really noisy, I don't think it does my back any good. Even when I'm lying on my front, it's not the most comfortable. I like to lie on my front, that's the most comfortable position that I can be in, but I need a new sofa. But that'll have to wait, that's further down the line. I think at the moment I'll focus on my health. First things first, I need to be able to relax and get plenty of sleep and rest properly, because I haven't been able to do that. So I'll rest properly and begin to think about how to move forward. Swimming sounds good. There's very little I can do, but swimming, certainly in initial stages, straight after my surgery, I found that in some ways it was helpful. It wasn't helpful getting into the pool and everything surrounding that, but when I was actually in the pool, I found it really helpful. It's just lots of colours in it. I love colour. And also, another hobby that's been put on ice, it's nothing to do with this vlog, but just by way of chat, another hobby that has been put on ice for 2 years is my maths. Yes, I have been studying maths and physics from the Open University. Here's one of the books. What one's that? Oh, that's the other module. That's the bigger module. I do have the books for it. Can't publish it. I can't show you it because that would be copyright. But this has been put on ice for 2 years. And it's got everything from, what do we have? All those things. Eigenvalues and eigenvectors, I can't wait to go into that. The conics and the statics, geometric transformations, can't wait. It's just an interest. Just going back to the pyramids, to me that represents maths. There's so much maths in that crystal pyramid that you wouldn't believe. Maths is everywhere. It's in everything to do with nature, whether it's the Fibonacci spirals or sequences even. Also, it's just, I find it fascinating. I failed the lowest form of maths at school, but it's not stopping me. And actually, when you get into maths, thinking of it from a different perspective, it's really interesting, I find. But now that I can begin to look forward a bit, I'm going to practice the maths and then pick it back up in January. You can only begin these courses with the Open University in October or January, and the new year would be a great time to start it. Fingers crossed, nothing else happens. I've forgotten what I was going to say again. This big change, which probably doesn't sound like a very big change to anyone listening or watching, not that there's much to watch right now. Oh, I remember now. I remember what I was going to say. So to celebrate this fantastic news, my friend took me out to a lovely seaside wine bar, which was amazing. It was a lovely atmosphere. We had a charcuterie board, so there was all hams and the salamis and an array of cheeses. So there was applewood smoked and all sorts of lovely cheeses. And we had some wine. Some lovely red wine as well. I'll show you a clip. There was some jazz playing and the sun was shining. We were by the sea. Just a lovely, relaxing time after all the stress that I've had. So I'll show you a quick clip of it, and you won't see very much because I forgot to film before we started eating. It was just such a lovely time. We just get straight into it and just really enjoyed it. But I can show you a clip of the remnant, but here it is. I hope you enjoyed that wee clip. It wasn't very much, admittedly, as I say. There was no forward thinking in that, unfortunately, and I'm quite new to YouTube, admittedly, so I haven't maybe gained the YouTube mindset yet. On that as well, you have no idea how big a revelation last week's news was, because it just means I can begin to focus on things that are going to help me. So I have to find a new way. For the moment, I can at least focus on things that are going to help my health. Crochet being one of them, and if there's any mistakes in this crochet, by the way, just ignore them. I'm not an expert, as I say, but you should get an idea of the crochet slip stitch. But yes, YouTube, the monetization thing. In the last video I didn't give any structure or anything for the monetization journey. I think I'll give myself, bearing in mind I have to focus on my health, but end of September might be a good aim. If you want to start your own YouTube channel, then go right ahead, and don't be scared of being on camera or anything. I'm not on camera just now because it just doesn't feel right at the moment, just with everything. I'm not ready, but I'm not going to let that stop me from trying to build a YouTube channel. But what I found out, apparently there's a common trend for less produced YouTube videos and more kind of authentic, raw, virtually unedited YouTube videos. I would tend to agree with that, because when I'm watching YouTube, I actually don't really like the produced ones because it's just a bit more real and I think relatable. I like to know how people are getting on. Being a people person and being in customer service all my life, I'm more focused on how people are getting on and what's happening with them, and if I can help them at all, then all the better. That's more where I come from. For entertainment purposes, I prefer to watch real people who are doing real things and see how they're getting on in their life and what's happening with them. So you can let me know what your thoughts are. My logic in that shows you their human side, because nothing's perfect. And I think there's so much emphasis on social media these days which promotes the idea that everything has to be perfect. Well, actually no, it doesn't, and nothing is perfect in life anyway. So the people, I think, need to stop setting themselves up for a fall there and just enjoy what's in front of them. Look, we're nearly on going off camera again. I'll have to watch that. I get carried away, don't I, with what I'm doing instead of watching what's happening on camera. Mainly because I'm, again, not in the YouTube mindset yet. All in good time, but let's just finish this off and then... Oh, and let me know what you think. I'm just going to like that one. I'm not going to fiddle about too much. I should have done that wee one there, a bit different, but oh, well. It doesn't need to be perfect. I think, going back to my original point, get things done instead of procrastinating about it, because if you want everything to be perfect, you'll never get anything done, because life doesn't work that way. And I can say that as a 40-something. I've been through life and I've been through the mill a number of times for different reasons, especially in the last few years. So I'm more than qualified to speak on these things. Just get started. See those videos you see that have titles saying just get started? They're absolutely right, and actually it applies to anything, not just YouTube. There we are. Now what I should probably do, I've forgotten how to finish that, I'll just put that right back in the first one. And I think what I'll do, I'll cut that end, take that out. There we are. I'll run this through and then that'll be it finished, hopefully. I mean, it might unravel. Let's hope it doesn't. I've went over a wee bit there, I think, but that won't matter. The fact of the matter is, if I worried about things like that, I would never get anything done. In fact, it doesn't need to be perfect, and this dress is far from perfect. But do you know what? I'll still wear it because it'll keep me warm and there's nothing wrong with it. So long as it stays on and it doesn't fall apart as I'm wearing it, then I'm quite happy. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done. And then that'll be another thing done and I can get on to the next thing. Still working on the blanket, but let's get the dress done first. Instead of having 3 projects hanging around, not really getting anywhere, let's get one of them finished. That's my attitude. So anyway, on that note, I think since I've finished a slip stitch there, I will, and we've had a catch up, and I will edit this video because I have done quite a lot of chatting and some of it you probably aren't that interested in. So, and there's probably quite a lot of ums and ahs, but you just edit them out. The fact is, it doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be done. It's very early, I don't expect things to be perfect at this stage. I've only been going, 6 weeks, and I dare say some people do, they get monetised in 8 weeks, and I don't relate to these people. I'm a real person that has been through the mill, and I feel as if I'm starting at ground zero as far as life goes, to be perfectly honest, because my whole world was turned upside down 2 years ago. So I need to start again, so I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I'm going to be kind to myself and give myself plenty of grace and time and space to get to where I need to be to get to the next bit. So the monetisation, as I say, I'm going to aim for the end of September. That could change. I'll also try and, well, I need to focus on my health, that's my priority. And that's mental health as well. I've been through far too much. So I need to do my crochet, I need to relax, that's the thing, and I'll do things that make me happy and relax me. So crochet, and maybe I'll get to swimming, maybe I won't. I'll take it as it comes, and that is a luxury compared to where I was, say, a month or 2 ago. That's where I'm headed at the moment. And on that note, I'll leave you just now, and I'll say the next video should be the Scottish summer dress reveal. Finally, that should be in the next vlog. So, I'll see you in that one.